think that it's an issue that we are all worried about because of the specific circumstances of South Africa, and it's most regrettable and most unfortunate.
It looks like the feud between Ghana and South Africa is not ending anytime soon, because what started as a confrontation has now drawn in political voices, diplomatic engagement, and strong reactions from both sides.
It is really regrettable that in this modern era, we will see such hatred, such xenophobia. It's totally unacceptable from the South African government.
But back in Ghana, a very big politician is calling on Ghana to retaliate in similar measure.
Now the High Commission of South Africa in Ghana must be answering to us. I, South Africans living in Ghana, must live in this country.
But the Ghanaian High Commissioner in South Africa, he's also been able to get hold of the Ghanaian who went viral, being interrogated in that viral video by South Africans. And everybody is speaking, reactions from both angles. And in this video, I bring you all the reactions in one. And all that you gotta do is to like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. But if you are in abroad and you are looking for a way to send money back to Africa, then I tell you that Lemfi is your surest plug. Lemfi has no charges. It is 100% free. It even gets better when you decide to sign up with my code Kuto Africa. You get £20 for free without doing any job. You just have to sign up with my code Kuto Africa and you get it. Now let's get into the video.
Guys, if you've enjoyed this video so far, please do me a huge favor and hit the like button and subscribe. These videos take quite a long time to make, so if you could help me out, I'll love you forever. Thank you all for your support. Now let's get back to this crazy story.
I am sure by now you know what is happening in South Africa. So a group of South African, they are a political party called Patriotic Alliance, led by Victoria Africa, went and interrogated a Ghanaian harshly, presumed. They interrogated him harshly for not having correct papers and moving about and all of that, and pointedly told him that they don't want any Africans in South Africa. That video went viral, and I'm sure you watched that video. Here's the video.
We are trying to do here, Baba. We are fixing this continent. This thing of you guys moving from one country to the other, it's no longer working. We don't want this as African people anymore. We are tired of seeing African migrants moving all over the world, refusing to fix your own countries. Now we're making it very clear to you guys, Utitina, we don't want you here. We want you to fix your countries. Now you came here with a traveling document. You came with a passport. You know that you are a visitor, but now you decided to come and integrate in our communities. You know very well that what you have done is wrong.
How many children do you have here?
We can come to Ghana and do what you're doing.
Passport.
Eh? Now you are carrying a bucket. It's 11 a.m. You were supposed to be fighting the government of Ghana there to ensure that they are getting things right.
No, there's no fight in Ghana. You must fight what they did.
Where's your papers?
Passport.
Passport.
Where's your passport?
Take it out. Baba.
Let me see your passport. Let me see. Luna. Okay, tell me. Who's the police officer that you are bribing to certify these things for you? Baba, let me tell you. I'm not foolish. These things, let me tell you, you know by law you're not supposed to certify as an immigrant. You're not allowed to certify your passport.
No.
Okay, why do you certify your passport in a foreign land? Okay. Let's just start there. Why do you certify your passport in a foreign land?
You see, it was raining.
Hey, I follow you guys now on Facebook. How you?
It was raining these days. Then when you go out with the passport, sometimes it gets spoiled. That is why I satisfy it so that it won't spoil.
Baba, Ghana don't do that.
Okay.
Ghana don't do that.
All right, sharp.
Ghana
let me show you.
Is African country that is.
Let me show you that when you are abusing our systems, on the 10th of April, okay, the 10th of April, you entered your country when. The very same day you came back when it's a proof. Proof. Here's the proof.
Crocodile can't go.
You went to Ghana on the 10th and then you came back.
No,
because here it says you exited Ghana to South Africa. When here it says you entered, here you exited, and it's the same date. It's the 10th of April, 10th of April.
But little did they expect that this was going to get so diplomatic that Ghanaian authorities are going to respond like that. And that is it. Ghana is a country of just around 30 million people, all right? So, and with the current crop of leaders, they are different. They are supposed to be European leaders, but they are leading Africa, all right? They are leading Ghanaians. They really care about their citizens. I can tell you that in the whole of Africa, this is the kind of leadership Africa is supposed to get. Taking the issue to a top-notch higher. It's not a Nigerian, a Mozambican, which are treated normal. No. The issue has, in fact, the delegation and the contribution on the issue is so special.
I think that it's an issue that we are all worried about because of the specific circumstances of South Africa. And it's most regrettable and most unfortunate. I think that the young people of South Africa do not know what happened before they gained their freedom. The whole of this continent stood behind South Africa. The whole of Africa stood behind South Africa to fight against apartheid. I remember all of us growing up as secondary school children, you know, went on marches, we were part of the African Youth Command, we demonstrated, we boycotted classes and all that, all in the fight against apartheid. Indeed, for several of the countries where their citizens have been brutalized in South Africa, these are countries that were called frontline states that harbored the freedom fighters, you know, of South Africa and gave them safe haven, gave them passports, you know, to be able to avoid the clutches of the apartheid regime. And even Nigeria, even though not a neighbor of South Africa, was considered a frontline state because of the economic contribution that Nigeria did to the ANC to be able to liberate South Africa from apartheid. And so it is regrettable that the same people who fought against apartheid, you know, are being attacked in this way. The pictures we've seen are very horrible. As ECOWAS, we've issued a statement condemning what is happening. The unfortunate thing is this is not the first time. It keeps flaring up.
Ghana's High Commissioner to South Africa, His Excellency Benjamin Kwashi, has been able to get hold of the Ghanaian who was seen in the viral video, who was assumably being interrogated harshly by South Africans' Patriotic Alliance. And this was the interaction that went on between them.
I say, Ubia and Empire Cindia Maone, Bibi Ekoye, Ebusia not saying, Ubia very well. So, Ima came over today. We've had extensive discussions. I have also expressed the goodwill from His Excellency the President and also the Honorable Minister, Kuto Ablakwa, to him that we are here to serve him. We are here to ensure that we protect the interests of the Ghanaian people. Our concern is to make sure that he's okay, and he's right here with us, believing that whatever we are doing diplomatically to solve the problem, we work together with both governments to ensure that it's done. Ima, who are some kaka so catch it done for now?
Oh, some kaka mechanics, Nihoye, you didn't course on the ANA, I don't know my animals, and go pound Bonilla and Tony, Noena. Yes, many high condition were hand up here, and you don't go down with you to the Diaboko. Say catch you with your force of more Ghana, and there's all my opinion by TJ. Amen. Amen. It's encourage the Ghanaian population that the situation is dire. We understand. Let's continue to be law abiding. Let's continue to respect the rules and regulations and the rules of engagement as migrant citizens in this country. I think that whatever it is that we do, we've always been noted as Ghanaians to be law abiding. We've always been noted as being people who don't foment trouble. So let's not go that route yet. Let's continue to engage with them. And I'm sure that it's just a matter of time. Everything will be all right. And whatever the Minister, Honorable Kuto Ablakwa, together with the good Minister of Department of International Relations, the Honorable Lamola, are doing, will be able to resolve the issue, and then we move on. So thank you to all Ghanaians, wherever you find yourself. As your servant leader, I ask you to be law-abiding. I ask you to be patient. We've asked some of you, for example, in Mtata, not to open your shops today. We'll be sending that advisory to most of the other provinces where we pick up any information. Our belief is that let's work together
to ensure that we don't have casualties. Let's work together to ensure that whatever it is that we do will continue to foster that bilateral relationship that we have between South Africa and Ghana. Thank you.
So the guy says he's okay and everything is under control. They are working, behind closed doors to fix everything. But back in Ghana, a very big politician, Solomon Owusu, is calling on Ghana to retaliate in similar measure. According to him, there are a number of South Africans also in Ghana applying their roots in Ghana, just like Ghanaians in South Africans are doing. So for him, he wants Ghana to, reply in equal measure. You remember?
These are the issues. These are the issues that you are telling me that diplomatically. By now, the High Commission of South Africa and Ghana must be answering to us. Why South Africans living in Ghana must live in this country?
But should it be an eye for an eye?
It has to be, because this is not the first time. You see, sometimes the lady that spoke, they don't know their history. If they know the contribution of Ghana to South Africa, she wouldn't speak the way she spoke. As far back as 1960s, Kwame Nkrumah gave our money to the arm wing of ANC. That money could have been used to develop Ghana. Mandela was the one that was coming to this country to collect that money. No, beyond that, there were a lot of comrades from South Africa that were using Ghanaian passports. Because at that time, we were using South African passports. It was very difficult to be traveling around to fight apartheid. We granted them passports to be traveling around the world in our name so that they can go and do business. What are we talking about? Look at the guy in the midst of 15 South Africans being humiliated.
Yeah.
We do this, and the High Commissioner, having heard from him, we say we have called the foreign minister there. She must be explaining to us why the more than 5,000 South Africans here must live comfortably. Look. This economical Ghana is held by South African businesses. They make so much money from this country.
Remember, Ghana did same to Israel. I don't know if you remember. There was an issue when 2 Ghanaians were prevented from entering Israel. They had all the documentation, everything. And the same measure, the Ghana Foreign Affairs Minister also returned some Israelis who were also entering Ghana. Equal measure. And later, the Israelis had to apologize and it was solved amicably.
We continue to believe in Pan-Africanism, and we continue to believe that it is only when Africa unites that Africa's full potential will be realized, as our founder, the Osagefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, said. So it is really regrettable that at this time, when we've won such a huge victory at the United Nations, the Global South has come together, all Africans, people of African descent have come together, 123 countries sending a clear message against the transatlantic enslavement of our forebears, that in this modern era, we will see such hatred, such xenophobia against each other, against Africans. It is totally unacceptable. It is condemnable, and we will do everything as a government to protect our nationals and to make sure that we demand from the South African government to protect our citizens and to keep them safe, because they owe them that duty of care. Just as we will continue to make sure that all South Africans living in Ghana are safe, are protected, and we will not encourage any reprisal attack. We will condemn it, and we will not even contemplate it. And we know that Ghanaians are very welcoming, very hospitable, very peace-loving people, and they will not do that. So I do hope that this will be the last round of xenophobic attack that we will be seeing in South Africa.
And that is not all. I've seen a number of people also reacting. So the
here, this thing has been happening for a very long time. And then some of the South Africans have problems with the foreigners, especially. So we have been like, we keep on like securing ourselves in this country. Yes.
So which parts of South Africa are mostly affected?
You know, like South Africa itself as a country, most of them, everywhere is not safe. But what you have to do is you have to live a life that will be calm, and then you have to also protect yourself.
Dear South Africans, what do you guys really gain from practicing xenophobia? If you don't want foreigners into your country, then the best way is to stop them right at the port of entry. You understand? Right at the port of entry, you can talk to your immigration officers to stop any foreigner who is, coming into your country. They can send them back right from the port of entry. By granting them access into your country, then later try to hurt them or intimidate them, it's a no for us. There's a video circulating, a group of South Africans harassing, intimidating a Ghanaian brother. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. You always practicing xenophobia for years. You've been doing it for years. Always trying to attack foreigners, making life in your country. See, the best thing is you people should drop your ego, your pride, go find a better job in your own country. Go find a better job in your own country. It seems you are you feel so comfortable in your comfort zone. You don't love to work. Foreigners coming into your country, looking for the loopholes and making good use of time there.
I saw a tweet from this page called Make Azania Great Again, and she reposted allegedly a tweet from Victoria, Africa, the lady who was seen interrogating the Ghanaian guy. So this is what he wrote. He said, "I can't believe both the president of Ghana and the foreign affairs minister is condemning us for interrogating a Ghanaian tourist who overstayed his visit and has violated our laws. I'm happy that we managed to shake Africa. Glory to God. African leaders don't want to take responsibility for their own people. We've been reported to South Africa Foreign Affairs Minister Ronald Lamola, but no amount of backlash will stop us from saving African continent. No living man can stop us from saving Africa. Africans will fix their countries, screaming and kicking. It's time to build Africa." So according to Victoria Africa, they are happy. They are happy that now an African leader, which is a Ghanaian, is responding and giving them attention. But no amount of words is going to stop them. However, some Nigerians are also applauding, the Ghanaian Foreign Affairs Minister for reacting, meaning that they care for their citizens. And they are equating this to Nigerians who do not care. They're saying they don't care, but Ghanaians care about their citizens.
You see why I always say that Ghana government don't joke with their citizens. You see the viral video of a Ghanaian being harassed in South Africa? You see that Ghana government, they have quickly responded to that video. They have responded to that video. And see how all the leaders are talking about it, are condemning it. Like, you see, they don't know that this person comes from somewhere. But look at what has been happening to Nigerians in South Africa. They have been banning their businesses, a lot of videos of Nigerians circulating, that have been circulating all this while the government were adamant. They kept mute. They didn't say anything about any of those attacks on Nigerians living in South Africa. That is the reason why the South Africans have the nerve, the guts to be doing anyhow on Nigerians. You see, because of this single video of the Ghanaian, and see how the Ghana government responded so rapidly on it, so that they will know that this guy comes from somewhere. He has a place he comes from. You see, kudos to Ghana government, kudos to our foreign affairs, kudos to the Minister of Foreign Affairs. That is what it's supposed to be. That is what the leadership should be all about. The welfare of the citizens. Even if Nigerians are buying in South Africa there, our leaders don't even care. They won't even say anything. Kudos to Ghana government.
And now, what is your take on the story? Leave your comment in the comment section. It's a wrap for today.